The next setting tab we're going to configure is divisions and groups. When I click there, I have three different areas from which I can work. We're going to start here with division and group roles. When I click on it, you'll see the layout is essentially the exact same as your units. And whether it's units, divisions and groups, or incident types, they're all going to be laid out the same to make it simpler to work within. Division and group roles is exactly what it sounds like. When you're running an incident, you'll have the ability to create groups and divisions based on pre-entered information here. So this is what comes out of the box for Optic. You have the ability to add here. So we'll just create a custom one. And it's going to get placed all the way at the bottom. Here I can edit or delete divisions and groups. And up top here, I can reorder them, just like units. So we'll put the custom guy 4 here from the bottom. And we'll take a quick look at how this translates to the command board. So when I go to create an incident, you can see my divisions and groups are here, and my custom is going to be right here. ICS command functions are the exact same, but for command roles. So here's what comes out of the box for Optic. And just like divisions and groups, you can create additional ones here. You can delete, you can rename, you can reorder, whatever you want to do. When looking at how these work with incident types, my command boxes, which are on the top here, will populate those types of ICS functions. In addition, when I choose to add additional command and general staff, I can utilize those ICS functions here. So command board template and default roles. What you'll notice when I open this up is it looks very similar, if not exact, to the incident command board layout. What this allows me to do is to turn on and off certain things on my command board and also default certain items depending on the incident type. So maybe I'm not going to utilize the power button, air button, or notes. I can click on those individually, turn them on and off, or even rename them. Same with the command roles on the top right here. I can turn them on and off, or I can rename them or default them rather. With my incident start here, I can rename these to something else. Maybe I don't want to call this available units. I want to call it units and quarters, whatever. I can change that here. And same with my assigned units. An important note here, if I'm turning on and off par, air, notes, or renaming these two boxes, that's going to impact all incident types. So all the incident types that exist in here are going to be impacted if I turn these on and off. However, I also have the ability here to default certain things for incidents. So right now, default template is selected. Default template is going to apply to every single incident type unless you customize it separately in this menu. So let's say I want every incident type to have an incident commander and a safety officer. There's no save button here. Once you enter it, it simply is saved automatically. So with this, now I have IC and safety that's going to apply to my default template. Since I haven't edited any of these, it's going to apply to all of these. But let's say I want to have a different template for single family fire. You can see it kind of resets it, pulls up a new one. Let's go IC, safety. Let's make a staging. Fire attack. Search group. Vent group. Now, when I exit out, single family fire, there's my IC, safety, staging, and the 3 groups that I asked to populate automatically. So think of it this way. I can have a default template that applies to all incident types, or I can literally create as many different tactical worksheets, if you will, for different incident types that exist in here. In addition to defaulting groups and divisions down here, I can also add or remove groups of divisions if I want more or less for an incident type, or if I want more or less from my default command board. So at the bottom, I can just get rid of it. And now my default template is only going to give me these 5 boxes down here. I can add or remove. So my default's going to have 9. However, my single family fire is only going to have 6. So again, the customization is fully up to you. And just like I can add or remove divisions and groups here, these boxes allow me to add or remove command functions for incident types. So I can add them and or default them. And that exists for default or any type of template here. One thing I will say is that this incident start area, while you can rename these and you can default this initial division and group here, these cannot be deleted or turned off. So you can, at a minimum, have all of this turned off, all of these removed, but you got to have available units, assigned units in at least one group or division. So let's recap command board templates. Turning on and off par, error, and notes is a master setting from the command board itself, regardless of what incident type is selected. The same applies for renaming available units and assigned unit boxes down here. That is a master setting, regardless of what I choose. My default template applies to all incident types that have not been customized. For any customized template, including default, I can have as few as 1 division or group box and as many as 12 with or without defaulted roles. In addition, I can have up to 9 command boxes with or without defaulted roles per incident type.